City of Stevens Point Airport Commission meeting, recorded January 8, 2024.
On to Airport Commission.
Let me check the, make sure we got the same attendees. Oh, we got, sorry, Alder Lang, I didn't see you come in there. We'll put you on for the Utility Commission as well. We've got Alder Shuda and Commissioner Nachman remote. Other than that, we'll just. Okay.
Approval of the minutes of last month. Any corrections, additions? If not, a motion to approve is in order.
Move to approve?
All those in favor signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pull same sign. Motion carried. Claims for the month of December. Questions? No questions? Motion is in order.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor signify by the sign of aye.
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 Pull same sign. Motion carried. Capital operations and maintenance plan.
Yeah, so on the same document that you had for utilities, the last section there in blue is airport. There's just two items on there, and one of them I want to point out, even though it shows up in the totals, is city capital, and that's the procurement of a new mower, and this is the kind of parks style mower, not the big pull behind tractor one that we just did that one. So, and then there's a wind cone replacement. That would be airport funds. So 42,000 of that is city capital.
Wind cone, does that include a building? Or is that on
Just the wind sock on a specialized maintenance tower,
okay, tower.
internally lit sock.
Okay.
So what does city CIR, not airport funds, mean?
Just that the city's general fund is paying for that 42,000, not the airport's general fund.
Okay.
Yep. So we took that through the city capital process several months ago.
Is that because it's used in other locations, or?
No, just because the airport gets its funds from, the only local funds that go towards it are tax levy dollars. And then there's all the revenue from leases and fuel and stuff like that. But the airport participates in the city's capital process when it needs capital stuff, because that's where the funding is.
Any further questions? All those in favor signify by the sign of aye.
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 Pull same sign. Separate one?
No motion yet? Okay. I guess not.
I would move to approve. I'll second.
All those in favor signify by the sign of aye.
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 Pull same sign. Motion carried. Do you have anything else you want to speak of in your written report?
We had a successful shakedown run, snow removal over the weekend. The maintenance crew did a wonderful job as always, and we've got a bunch of maintenance to do on said machinery once we get a break after this next storm. It's all set up and ready to go.
Do you guys have the machinery out there at the airport, or is it always somewhere else?
Always at the airport. Yep, we have a maintenance hangar that's dedicated just for the snow removal and maintenance equipment.
Okay.
All right.
Just looking at the aircraft movement column
Mm-hmm.
between 23 and 22, and it looks like almost a 60-70% increase. Is there any, particularly in the second half of the
Last year, we had our major runway reconstruction project. So last year's abnormally low, so we're getting back towards normal. If you look, if I were to include 21, we're almost getting back to 21's levels. So I'd expect in 24 we'll be back up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may just not have remembered this, but did we close the gates yet?
Not quite. We attempted to, and we have a network communication issue that kind of keeps popping up that turns some of the gates offline. So we have Permar, the consultant that set up our DXS network, looking into that to make sure that we can rely on it prior to issuing all the tags and then having pilots locked out on weekends and causing a whole headache for staff, such as it is.
Okay, thank you.
We're close.
Also had a question here under airport activity. You have pilot controlled lighting. How does that function?
Most general aviation airports, like ours that don't have a tower, typically the tower controls the lighting. When the tower's in operation, someone will turn lights on at whatever intensity is appropriate. Pilot controlled lighting is controlled on our CTAF, our Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, which is our radio frequency designated for Stevens Point. A certain number of clicks with the mic will take our lights up a certain level. 3 clicks for low, 5 for medium, 7 for high within a matter of 3 seconds, so they're pretty quick clicks. And you can adjust the lights from your aircraft as needed. Typically, it's on a photo sensor, so at night everything will go on low, which is nice to have the LEDs now, because we used to be burning on low all night with incandescents. It was quite an expense. So we've seen that drop, but yeah, it's in a nutshell, pilots can control the lights from their aircraft. But there's an electrical gremlin that we're chasing and the receiver controller that receives those clicks. It's randomly clicking up and down throughout the day. They work, and when you click them, they come up and they just don't time out correctly. But so they're marginally acceptable, which is not a thing you want to hear in aviation.
So are they, right during the day normally?
Negative. During the day, usually you wouldn't need the lights. It's usually for approaches into the airport in low weather or nighttime.
Okay.
So pilots will throw them on high when they're a ways out, and then click them down to low when they're close in, so they don't lose their night vision capability.
Gotcha, okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn is in order.
To adjourn?
All those in favor, signify by sign of aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign.
A video of this meeting is available for viewing on the city's website, stevenspoint.com/videos.